Now I have the ultimate winner, the king of being outside the box, Mr. Will I Am. What's up, man?
Oh, chilling, bro. Damn, man. You make my voice sound skinny as a motherfucker,
I
dog.
know, man. It's like crackheady, right? It's like your voice is like crackhead right now. Right?
Wow. I thought my voice sounded manly. Nigga came in here with all this shit. Holy shit, this nigga's voice is
You
deep.
know what I'm saying? One of my classic questions I ask everybody is, you've been in the game forever. Tupac or Biggie? Like, any weird interactions back then? Like when you were young? Like,
I never met Biggie.
Me neither. That's weird, right? I never saw him in the flesh or anything.
Yeah, me either.
Yeah, Tupac. I think he saw my dad punch me in the head on the block. Yeah, and that's the only connection I got. He came up to the gate. He was like, "Damn," and I was like,
So Tupac.
Yeah, what's your shit, man?
Tupac.
Fucked up.
Apple the App. I never had an interaction with Tupac, but Apple the App and the Black Eyed Peas, he had this girlfriend. I don't want to name her name or put her on blast. And they were eating at freaking Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles.
No way.
And then she was hot, bro. Like, she was a beautiful Puerto Rican young girl when we were kids. And then Tupac did like this.
It was over.
And then she's like, "Oh my gosh, I'll be right back." And then Apple the App was like,
"Damn, man."
30 minutes later, chicken waffles got all cold. Freaking syrup got all freaking stiff. Butter got freaking liquidy.
No way.
And he's like, "Oh, she ain't coming back." So
Taboo, you laughed at him too?
No, it was just App and his girl.
Oh.
App and his girl. That's his classic Tupac.
I remember. I actually like entered some girls that mess with Tupac too. So I got the DNA. I got Biggie DNA too. I mean, in hip hop, we smash so much. Everybody's connected, man. You know what I'm talking? I might have some of your ex DNA. I don't know. We're like DNA brothers, man. You know what I'm saying? FYI. You know what I'm saying?
Wait a second. Hold on, wait, stop.
We gotta focus your ideas on that. You know what I'm saying?
What question is back to the Biggie and Tupac. Who you like, Biggie or Tupac?
Being from New York, I initially, messed with Biggie, obviously. Tupac came later in the game when all the hits came out, like the Stings, samples and all. And then it started trickling into the mixtape market where everybody in their cars was blasting Tupac. But Biggie, I fuck with Biggie because, I'm a DJ. I love controlling. You know how you love controlling 60, 100,000 people. So I'm more like, I need records like you to control the masses, and then there's no color when you have like, universal music like yours, Isn't that crazy? Like you created a genre where it could be any language, it could be any color, it could be anywhere on this planet. That's why I think you're the alien.
No, Lil Wayne.
All right, Lil Wayne's the alien too. Yeah.
At one point in time in our careers, Black Eyed Peas, the people in the audience looked like us, dressed like us, and we would play House of Blues or SOBs, like 300 seaters, at the most 800 people that were like us. In any city we would go to, everybody was like a different version of us, same vibe. And then one year we went on tour with Macy Gray.
Wow.
And we were in London. And we started rocking with Macy Gray when we were both underground, unsigned in 1996-7. And we got signed first. She gets signed and she blows up massive with the song, "I try to say goodbye and I choke." Right?
I like that song, yeah.
And so we go, and when she was starting off, the people in the audience were like, bohemian, fashion, culture, the arts, specifically in culture. And then when she blew up, she was playing arenas. And I remember going up to her after the show when we opened up for her. I'm like, "Yo, Macy, the people in the audience, I saw mothers, fathers, families, businessmen, businesswomen.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really see that many creatives in the audience." She's like, "Well, you know what happens? What happens is we started off making music and people were looking like us, and we wanted people to look like us to be in the audience. Now people are looking for me. There's looking like you and looking for you." And I'm like, what? How did she do that to me, that was like the biggest magic trick.
And it was over.
And so from that point, I'm like, holy, looking for you.
We're going back in the
They
studio.
don't have to look like me.
Yeah.
They have to look for you.
Wow.
Because when things look like
That's
you,
big right there.
when things look like you, say for example, you got a Volkswagen or you got a Mini Cooper, and because you got that Mini Cooper, and you're driving down the street, for some reason you see nothing but Mini Coopers now. I'm like, hey, Mini Cooper, right? Because it looks like you, and you identify with what you have. But then, if try to do this trick, whatever car you have, look for something that you don't have, and only spot the things you want to be like. You don't have it yet. Spot where you want to go. And it's hard to stay focused on what you don't have. And that focus of differentiation and abundance, if you focused on abundance and now you have that, well, that's the biggest magic trick. It's easy to get like-minded folks. Right?
Oh, okay.
Right? It's like, it's kind of like me, but to get things that are not, that don't resonate with how you resonate naturally, and you're like, but you then amplify yourself to be able to attract other frequencies. That means your frequency, you've encompassed a bigger spectrum, right? This may be.
So there is a science to it. Like, you mastered that.
No, bro. Like, okay, if I say name all the colors, you probably could name a bunch of them.
Mm-hmm.
But a lot of times when people name colors, they leave out X-ray, they leave out gamma ray, they leave out radio frequency. These are all color spectrum. These are all spectrums of light. And color is just a type of spectrum of light that's visible that you can see. There's a bunch of invisible frequencies out there that correspond with energy. But the reason why we see color as energy is because it's light going through water, and how we interpret that and that water that's in our eye. So exactly. Purple after purple is ultraviolet. After red is infrared.
So that's where you come in.
And then you have all these other spectrums that go after all that color. So when you think of music and who you're impacting, are you making music to only fuck with color? Or are you making music to fuck with all the other spectrums? Are you radioactive? Are you infrared? Are you ultraviolet? How do you amplify creatively?
Go crazy.
Or are you just looking at color? If you're looking at color, you're limited. Wow. If you're looking at color, you're not getting the full spectrum of thought and flow.
Look at that. I got chicks calling me now because you up here. See ya.
Thank you, Lil Wayne, for hopping on the Formula.
Oh my God.
That dude is like a legend. Love what he did, what he still does. Lyrically, this dude is insane.
This is the formula. This is the formula. This is the formula.
Stay in your lane. Stay in your lane.
Hey, hey.
All I do is go, 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 go. Y'all boys.
Was that done in the studio or you sent it?
No, yeah, it's just virtual.
Wow.
Yeah, he's on tour. You know, people always like, especially now, people always saying that, you know, we about to have an alien invasion soon.
Oh my God, AI.
The
alien invasion. Oh yeah, you know all the futuristic stuff.
No, but I think we already had it, and that's Lil Wayne, because this dude is insane. This dude is insane with the lyrics. This dude is amazing, bro. Like,
you being a legend, is he on your top 5 list? Like, as in the rap list that's out there in everybody's mind? Lil Wayne.
Yes, he's one of the best. He's one of the best. Like, my top 5 is unique to
I could imagine.
Like,
you got it in your head right now, or is it?
Well, Q-Tip. People don't really usually put Q-Tip up there, but to me, Q-Tip is top 5 to me, and because he spawned a bunch of different. You know, I'm a son of Tip. Meaning, like, I come from that school. Oh, wow. Pharrell is a son of Tip. Ye, son of Tip. If you take Tip away, I don't think there would be us the way we are.
Wow.
And Lil Wayne is a birther as well. There's like a whole generation of Waynes that came after Wayne. So from that, and lyrically, this dude is one of the illest to ever be.
You guys like branched out from being producers, entrepreneurs. Like you like I said, you're the king of being outside the box. Like you've always been like that. Even when I first met you in London, like like America was fronting. You used your brain. You went to the UK, blew up over there, came back. Everybody's on the nuts now. How did that feel to like get your own personal revenge?
So it wasn't like a revenge perspective. It was like, I come from an all Mexican neighborhood in LA, so outside of the box I was born outside of the box, meaning like when you're one of the only black families in an all Mexican neighborhood. In the 80s, when Mexicans and black were feuding, and still kind of feud, but to me, it's always been like a beautiful, the best cultural upraising. I'm Blaxican because of that.
Oh wow!
And so when I would go to like my friends in church, they'd be like, "Hey nigga, why you different like that, nigga? Like why you talk like a Mexican, cuz? Like, hey, what are you talking about, food? Like, if you met me when I was little, I talk like that. Like my whole family, they talk. We talk in that East LA Boyle Heights accent. So that outside of the box is how I was born, and so finding success outside of the States, that just was by nature of how I was raised. So going to Spain, and not just playing Barcelona, and Madrid, but just going to all the other, places in Spain, France, not just playing Paris, but playing the other, going to the UK, not just going to London, but all the other ones, Kent's, Birmingham's, Adelaide.
You just kept absorbing the creativity everywhere you went.
Yeah, because a lot of Americans, we think the world is like, yo, I'm international. Okay, where'd you go? Paris, London, and that's it.
Miami.
But like, Czechoslovakia, that was long. Now it's Czech.
Estonia.
Now it's Czech and Slovakia. But if you from the 90s, it was Czechoslovakia. But like, Czech, Estonia, Lithuania, Azerbaijan,
Kazakhstan. I've been everywhere.
Yeah, those kind of things. Yeah. It's like, Banda Aceh in Indonesia, Philippines. Like, I just love traveling. I love being around different types of people, absorbing their cultures. It's a blessing to have had a career like that.
But I think one of the problems being in America in your early stages is because you were 10, 20 years ahead. And I don't think society was like ready for that kind of stuff. I feel like the UK or overseas, they have a way of like absorbing and thinking ahead. And it was easy for you to pop off there.
Well, yeah, that's because when you go to Europe and you travel an hour and you're a different country, different language, different history, different traditions. And in America, you travel an hour, you still in LA. Mm-hmm. You go 5 hours, you're in Bakersfield. Mm-hmm. And there's no difference as far as the culture from, Boyle Heights or Palmdale to, Bakersfield. Ooh, what was different? Right? So that breeds a lot of samenism. So if you don't look the same, you don't act the same, you don't sing the same, you ain't white t-shirting it, then I ain't fucking with you.
Exactly.
When the rest of the world celebrates unique, they want to discover new stuff. That's because that's what they've been about. You go an hour, you're in a different world. You go, 2 hours, you're in a different culture, different history, different nuances. And so America, we want things to look the same a lot and be the same. And if you ain't ducking it, if you ain't quacking like a duck, you ain't talking like walking like a duck, I ain't fucking with it. So I ain't a duck. I'm not a duck, bro.
Quack, quack, quack. Yeah.
I ain't even a bird.
You had everything on lock in the beginning on 101. You got the dancing, you got the hip hop shit, the lyrics. I mean, the girl. I mean, you went hard with the shit. 10 years strong, like murdering shit, and now 10 years later, you got your solo. It's been 10 years. What the hell are you doing? I mean, I know you made tons of money off these guys, like the streaming and the production and the songwriting and.
Rewind. What was popping off in 2013? So 2013, Willpower came out. The Black Eyed Peas took a break. I'm like, what? Let's keep on going, guys. Yeah. We just did the Super Bowl. And so people in the group wanted to like take a break. And so I was like, all right, cool. I guess I'll do a solo record because I still got more songs. So I called my first song. It was called The Hardest Ever.
Wow.
And The Hardest Ever was called The. I'm like, yo, what am I going to call? Ooh, I'm going to call it The for The Hardest Ever. Because I'm going to do this all by myself. And how am I going to keep the momentum going from what the Black Eyed Peas had? So I called it The Hardest Ever. In the video, I start off walking, then running, then I break through a wall, then I'm on a bike, then I'm in a car, then I'm on a train, then I'm on an airplane, then I'm on a spaceship, then I'm flying, and I meet freaking...
this is what I'm talking about, man.
Yeah,
you the Elliot, man. You talking about Lil Wayne. You're the Elliot.
Yeah, so then I meet Mick Jagger, and that song was with me, Mick Jagger, and J-Lo. It's like called The Hardest Ever. Like you could go hard or you could go home. And then from there I started Willpower, because it's going to take willpower to keep this momentum going. And so This Is Love was the song after The Hardest Ever. Then I did...
I mean, I got a list of people here. I find it hard for you to do music now because you've been at the Acme, you've been on top of the mountains like a billion times, man. You got Bieber, Miley Cyrus, Jennifer Lopez. You just come on, like Cher, Usher. I mean, classic dudes, Usher. I mean, you kidnapped Nicki Minaj. I mean, who are you gonna get now? Like you've done it. Like you've done like everything. Is God gonna be featured on your next solo joint?
No, I never. I did a song for Rihanna.
I thought you were about to say I did a song with God. I was like, oh shit, I'm out of here.
Metaphorically, yeah. Like if I think of like people say, yo, what was it that you tapped into to write Where's the Love? I could say, okay, that was God sent.
Wow.
So that was a collaboration to get to the essence of things. So like when things go wrong, people gravitate to that song. That's a blessing to have, been in that energy, to that when things happen, people are attracted to that energy, to question what's going on and to have that as like the soundtrack to contemplating and gathering. So yeah, that was God sauce.
Speaking of God, when you go inside Jimmy Iovine's office, he just gives you whatever, right? Like if you need like 100 million for a video, see ya.
No, Jimmy would be like, to some artists, yeah.
Okay.
But
you had like really amazing videos, man. Like, what the fuck?
No, there's some videos that suck. but
crazy, man.
There's some like that one. Yeah, we did our thing on that one. Like I'ma be rocking that body when we predicted AI. That one is.
Isn't it crazy how AI is like the biggest thing now? Now you've done that like what? How long ago was that?
That was 2010.
Come on, man.
So, yeah. So we saw that one coming. I see what's coming next. What's coming next is yeah.
Your creativeness with Jimmy Iovine. I mean, how is it? How is that like your relationship creatively? I'm sure you guys are like cool.
Jimmy would be like he would have meetings that start at 1, and classic Jimmy will have a meeting that starts at 1 that would bleed into your meeting that started at 1. So he had like 2 meetings on top of 2 meetings that had nothing to do with each other, but he would figure out a way to blend 2 different disciplines. Like, hey, Will, this is the guy from Activision. Guy from Activision, why don't you? This is Will I Am. He's from a group called the Black Eyed Peas.
Crazy, man.
And so we were I'm like, so Jimmy, so what's gonna be the budget for the video? No, I'll be like, yo, Jimmy, the budget for the video is like $400,000. $400,000? What are you, crazy? $400,000 for a video?
And
what do you spend on commercials? So the guy from Activision would be like, sometimes we spend $1 million. $1 million for a commercial? So Jimmy would classically be like, well, why don't we collaborate together and you can help pay for Will's video? And so then he would get out of having to pay for the video because he put these two meetings together. Then you're cross-branding, cross-marketing, and the spawner of Culture Collab. I'd say if Jimmy Iovine wouldn't be in the mix, then artists really building companies probably wouldn't happen as fast as it did. It would eventually ended up happening.
Okay.
But it supercharged. Jimmy helped supercharge the artist entrepreneur. Like Gwen Stefani had Lamb. Everybody had tour merch, but she had merch. She had products sold at Nordstrom's.
Oh, wow.
So back in 2000, you're like, yo, wait, what? This is not just for the tour or at Hot Topics at the mall? This is at freaking Nordstrom's?
Wow.
So Jimmy, Gwen, Bono, like Dre, label owner, like we were all trying to have like a Jimmy Dre bond. Like, yo, if Jimmy could only take me serious like he takes Dre serious. So I would come with Jimmy with wild ideas. Like, yo, Jimmy, let's make our own hardware. Make our own hardware. Well, that's why they call it hardware, because it's hard.
Just like her, yo. This is crazy.
So we, I'm trying to get your voice too.
Yeah, I don't know.
That shit's crazy.
But so we did awesome stuff together. Like, and and from 2013 to 2023, when you have participated in success like Beats, then maybe the hunger to go out and make, music as a business. You don't have to make music as a business anymore. I still make music, but the business of it, the Beat success really messed my head up.
That's crazy, man. You stood up for Eminem, like, in the past. Like, any projects you ever worked with him? Like, speaking of Jimmy real quick, Eminem, how far is he from you?
So we just toured together in the beginning.
Yeah.
Never really had the opportunity of going to the studio with the dude.
Can we start that now? Can we put that out there?
I mean, I make beats.
Eminem, you hear this?
I make beats, right hooks, but this dude is like
7 Grammy Award winner right here. Is it 8 or 7? 7 or 8? Oh, I don't know.
Oh, Black Eyed Peas. I think Black Eyed Peas is like 7, and then me, the stuff that I did with John.
After you win that many times, like, how's the hunger? You still hungry for more? Like,
oh hell yeah, I'm hungry because we never won it on camera. You like there's like bunch of levels on winning Grammys. There's some that happen on camera. There's some that happen.
So we gotta go online to check out and shit like that.
Yeah, no, but it was never really like I accept this Grammy and you talking to, it never really happened on camera, which is cool. I'm not complaining. Shit is freaking dope. But there's winning Grammys. That was awesome. American Music Awards. That's great. But the ultimate really is, being in some type of passenger seat in the Beats Mobile. Like, that is the ultimate award ever.